Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about an important topic, and that is how to get your immigration bond money back. So follow these simple steps so that you can get your money returned to you. When someone is detained by ICE, they may be eligible for release if they pay a bond. And that bond is essentially a security deposit to ensure that that individual appears at all scheduled court hearings and that they follow all necessary legal processes while those court hearings are ongoing. Once the case is closed or your court hearing has been finished, it's reached the end, that's when you're eligible to receive your bond money back. So let's talk about how to do that step by step. First, you need to confirm that you're eligible for the refund so that your case has actually reached its conclusion. So for example, maybe you were in removal proceedings and you filed for asylum and the judge granted your asylum. Then at that point, you would be eligible for a bond refund. Or let's say maybe you didn't win your case and you were ordered removed and you left the United States and returned to your country at the completion of that court order or appeal and you timely departed. In either one of those scenarios, you would be eligible for your bond refund. Once you've confirmed that you're actually eligible for the refund, so your case has been finished in whatever method is necessary, then you need to wait for the form I-391 to be sent to you from immigration or from ICE. And that form is basically a notice of bond cancellation. It can actually take a while for form I-391 to be sent to you if it's ever automatically sent to you. And so what that usually requires is that you are proactive. So either you hire a lawyer to contact ICE for you, or you contact ICE yourself and ask that that form be issued. In order to do that, you will typically have to submit proof that you have complied with the terms of your release and that your court case has ended. Keep in mind that the bond is released to the person that actually paid the bond. So if you were the person that was released from detention, you probably weren't the person that paid the bond. So you need to be in touch with the person that pays your bond, because that's who can request that the money be returned to them, and that's the person that has to complete the paperwork. Once you receive notice that the bond has been canceled, then you need to get your paperwork in order. And this requires getting the original documents that were signed when you paid the bond. So you need to look for the original form I-305, and that's the paperwork that was signed when you paid the bond and the original was given to you. You need to have that document to mail in with the notice that the bond has been canceled. If you can't find it, you can complete form I-395, which is an affidavit in lieu of having that I-305 form. You'll mail these documents to the Financial Management Service, and that address should be on the document that canceled your bond. You'll send these documents to that location, they will process the paperwork and then mail a check. Typically, you should receive that check within about 6 weeks of when you sent those documents. Remember that anytime you send documents to immigration, you should always send them with a tracking method so that you can make sure that it got to where it should have gone to. Whoever paid the bond and actually filled out this paperwork to have the bond money returned back, that's the person that's going to receive the check. If it should go to another person, then the Bond Obligor, the person that paid the bond, can sign over the rights to receive that check through a Designation of Attorney in fact paperwork. Again, I'll link to that in the notes. So that, for example, let's say that Jose paid for you to get out of detention, but you, Maria, are the one that should be receiving the checks, then Jose can sign for you to receive the check at your address. And that's pretty much it. So the biggest challenge is the fact that this can be a bit of a waiting game, especially at the initial stages where you're waiting for your bond to be canceled. So again, just make sure you're proactive so that you can receive that paperwork to get your money back timely. And remember that this money should be returned with interest. So it should be more than what you paid in at the beginning. If you have any questions about this, feel free to leave some comments below, and otherwise we'll see you next time.